Hello, everyone, and welcome to this week's 10About Town podcast. I'm Brittany Bailey, and we are getting ready to talk about one of the tastiest festivals in East Tennessee. It is coming up this weekend. Of course, we are talking about the Grainger County Tomato Festival, and here to talk more about it with the festival are Jan and Patty Morgan. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So this, the history of the Grainger County Tomato runs deep. For people who maybe don't know, how did it become a thing where when you think tomato, you think Grainger County?
Well, a little history on it. They started organizing it back in 1992. The first festival was held in 1993. And two of the original organizers, David and Elaine Litsky, had this idea that they needed to promote the tomato in Grainger County and the farmers. And this is the 34th year. We've been very successful with the festival, and it's really great economically for our county.
Do you think which came first? Was the tomato awesome and then you had to let people know about it? Or did it kind of go the other way where you said, we want to promote our tomato, and then people went, oh, yeah, actually, it's pretty good once they started coming to the festival?
It was awesome to start with, for sure.
And what do you guys think about having the festival and what it means to the community in Grainger County?
Well, it is very, very popular. Actually, It put us on the map, you might say.
Yeah.
And people look forward to it each year, and it means a lot to our county. We estimate that it brings in about $30,000 revenue that just those 2 days. And what's really, to me, was amazing when we got this information, tomato growers in Grainger County probably sell at least $10 to $12 million of tomatoes per year.
Wow.
So that is, to me, that sounded huge for a county our size.
Yeah.
So it's really, really a big deal for us. It really is. And like I say, we go on vacation and we see Grainger County tomatoes wherever you go.
Yeah.
So, and that's, we're known worldwide. So it's big.
And so if people come out to the festival, maybe they haven't been there before, what do they get to do at the festival?
Well, there's all kind of things. There's all kind of food there. We've probably got 15 or more food vendors. There's over 100 vendors in all. We have music there at the main stage on Saturday from 9 to 4. Of course, we open up on Friday, and I guess the hours, I need to mention that. We open at 12 on Friday from 12 to 6, and then we have the Opry at 6:30 on Friday night. Then Saturday, we're open from 9 to 4. We have the Tomato Wars. There's the Bounce House. There's the petting zoo. What have I left out, Patty?
A lot of boutique. There's lots of boutique vendors. I say lot, numerous.
Yeah.
Jewelry, custom jewelry, of course, but unique. All this stuff that I'm saying, like the boutique, they're all unique. They're Southern, I might add.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah, exactly. So there's something for everybody. Everybody is what we're saying. And the food vendors, we have, I think I counted 17 different either drink or food vendors. So we have a variety. We have Mexican, we have the subs, we have barbecue, burgers, and fried green tomatoes.
Of course, my favorite. And one thing I always see there, and you can just smell it, the kettle corn too, right? Love that. People can come out and get that. Now, just because you already mentioned it, we've got to talk about the Tomato Wars. I mean, what are those for people who don't know?
Well, you can almost get hurt, I would think. I've never been involved in that.
Warning, fair warning.
There you go. It'd be great if we get these TV stations out here and they could have a war against one another.
It's kind of like the Anchorman movie, but Tomato Wars style. Wait a minute. You might have an idea there. You're onto something.
They don't feel too good when you're getting hit by those things.
Well, isn't that why you're supposed to get the ones that are just, they're
mushy.
They've gone by the wayside so that they maybe don't hurt so much, right?
Correct.
And so still, though, what actually happens when you're doing the Tomato Wars?
Well, they're just trying to hit one another with those.
Well, you have two teams, just like any competition. You have two teams, and you have a line drawn that you can't pass when you can start, when you go, how far you can run. And the bad thing is some people throw harder than others. So, of course, the last team standing is the winner. So it's kind of a attack, when they
A
say
tomato
go.
attack?
It really is, but it's fun to watch.
What happens when you win?
Oh, you win ribbons or trophies, or there's a prize other than being the macho winner.
Yeah, I was going to say the bragging rights. I mean, that's
exactly,
most important, right?
Exactly.
So, will you walk away unscathed or not clean, or clean if you're doing this, I should say. No, there's no way to do that.
No.
Walk away on.
No way.
And how many people, I mean, I think that's a big draw. People come out to watch just that, right?
It is.
And so when is that going to happen exactly?
10 o'clock on Saturday.
Gotcha.
And we have had station against station. We've had that in the past, and that was a draw. Let me tell you, you're invited. You're invited to participate. It is a draw because people love to watch you guys get
They want to see us get hit by tomatoes. Is that what you're saying?
They
want to join in too.
Exactly.
Hey, I think we'd be pretty much down for that if we could set it up for the future.
All right. Todd Howell out there.
Oh my gosh. Well, I mean, that would be amazing. I would do it if Todd would do it for sure. Well, speaking of, this is a good moment to mention that 10 About Town will be out there on Friday. We'll be live for a 4 p.m. show, so we're looking forward to that. Always a fun time for the whole hour. And one thing I also always remember about going to the festival for years is that it's usually very hot that day. Are you guys anticipating that? What are you going to do to help folks that day?
It is so hot.
Yeah.
We have the misting tents.
Yep.
And that's really just nice to walk through. We do have in our stages are covered. We have tents there so you can, with fans, so you can actually see it.
We have medical people there.
We have the medical people there to, with air conditioning for you to go in if you need to. Actually, the school's open. Right. The art and authors area is in the school, so you might well just take time when you get out to go in and check that out. So we do have places. It's not like they're stuck out on the hot pavement, which that's what it feels like when you're there. It's feels like 100.
Yeah.
But there are places they can go. And there's always lemonade and everything to drink. It's really good, too. So we have not had any major problems with that in the past that we know of, and that's amazing because it really is the hottest weekend of the year usually.
Honestly, it always feels like that. I'm like, well, it's scorching hot. Must be time for the tomato festival.
Exactly right.
So I have to ask, what's your favorite way to eat a tomato? Oh, I've stumped you.
Well, they're good different ways. I like fried green tomatoes. My wife fixed them last night. They're delicious. I also just like with cheese, just a cheese sandwich and mayo on it, and good old ripe tomato. Not overripe, just ripe tomato. Those are delicious. Now,
is that committing a sin here in the South though, where you're supposed to only have white bread, mayo, and tomato? You're adding cheese to it. Well, is that allowed?
It's allowed. But now some people do exactly what you said.
Yeah.
It's just the mayo and the bread and the tomato.
And it's got to be really soft white bread, right?
Yes.
All right. Yes. And what about your favorite?
My favorite is green tomatoes with cucumber and onion. Oh my gosh. And the fresher the tomato, the better the salad.
Yeah, I was going to say just sort of chopped up in a bowl and put it together.
No dressing. Because the tomato juice is your dressing if it's ripe enough. It's delicious. Salt and pepper, of course.
And you guys have a couple of different tomato farmers who usually are sort of the big guns, so to speak, when they come out. How many different farmers are showing up with their tomatoes, do you know, at the festival?
We think there's 4 at the present time, unless more add on.
Farming has long been in Brandon Williams' blood. He grew up working the fields with his late father, Hubert, who shared the finer rules of the business.
To be honest, work hard, and lend a helping hand.
For more than 50 years, the Hubert Williams farms have been growing and selling produce right in the heart of Rutledge. The star of the show are those plump red tomatoes that people will drive miles to get.
We use race Celebrity and Empire mostly. For their shipping, we got different varieties, like where we ship out of state, so they'll be more firm, but they still have a good taste. We raise 3 different crops in the field, and they've got a crop in the greenhouse, and we raise like 5 different crops. It's pretty much year-round.
Brandon says they start harvesting around the 1st of April and continue through the first frost. His theory on why Grainger County tomatoes are so good sits not too far away.
It's something in the soil, the different types of soil. They say it's closer to the lake. It just makes the tomatoes taste better.
For the first time ever, Brandon will join his fellow farmers at the Grainger County Tomato Festival. Here, they aren't rivals, but friends.
We're all good friends. If we run short on tomatoes, we'll call our buddies, and they say, "Oh yeah, we'll take care of you," or they do the same for me. You know, if I have it, they're more than welcome to it.
His days are busy, but he says farm life is the perfect job for him.
You can spend quality time with your family. My wife helps me. Friends help you. You can have a lot of fun on the farm.
Today, it's Brandon who's the father, with kids Blaine and Brinley growing up learning about farming.
I like to drive this herbicide around and plant all this stuff, everything.
As for the best way to eat the tomatoes, the family has different but delicious ideas.
Romas.
What do you like to eat them in?
Chili.
In chili.
Just bite it like an apple. Slice it, put mayonnaise, tomato, and cheese, and let the juice fly.
These guys are busy this time of year.
Yeah.
It's really hard sometimes to get them to come and set up, because here's what we run into. They say, we don't have time. We're so busy gathering our crop and getting it out, and they go to different states that some of them just say, we don't have the labor to come and set up and do it. But those that do have been very successful. I know one gentleman's coming back for second or third year, and he said, I love it. I really do well there.
And I think what's great is we should remind people, while of course the tomatoes are the star, I remember last year there was so much wonderful fresh produce that we took home. So if people, it's almost like a big expanded farmers market a little bit too at the festival,
With
right?
entertainment.
Yeah, with entertainment. And do we want to, we touched on that a little bit. What types of entertainment will be available again this weekend?
Well, Friday night, the Opry, it's a country gospel bluegrass show. And with a lot of comedy, we have Minnie Pearl, our own Minnie Pearl. We have Josephine, who's I guess you would call from Larry's Country Diner show, Nadine, kind of like her. We've come up with her being her sister.
We've come up with her fictitious sister.
Okay.
And they are awesome. They do a great job at the show. And then the main stage is on Saturday, like I said, and we've got some great people. And the thing is, these people come and entertain, and they're not being compensated. They're doing it out of the goodness of their heart. And a lot of those are really, I guess you would say, semi-professional. They're really, really good. One other thing I want to mention, we always get asked this question. I'm surprised you didn't ask. They always ask this, and we don't know what to say sometimes. What makes the Grainger County tomato special?
Yes, absolutely.
I try to do a little research. The only thing we can find out is, from what I saw, lime in the soil. And I had never found that until a few days ago, and I did some research on it. Because we have wondered ourselves, it had to be in the soil. Now, they are also very particular how they do their tomatoes. They really don't like a wet season of rain. They are set up to irrigate their own tomatoes, and they know how much to give them at a certain time. One guy told me a few years ago, too much rain really hurts the crop. So they're set up to take care of it themselves.
Yeah, they want to kind of control it with their own irrigation system because they've got it down to a science, truly.
Yes, they sure do.
All right. Is there anything else people should know? What about parking?
Parking is free. Excuse me. Parking is free on the grounds. Of course, people that live close by will charge to park. It's just like going to the fair.
Yeah.
But parking on the grounds, which the school grounds is there, so there's parking is free. And as you will see, they park on the roads all the way, miles up and down on each side, but it is free. There's no charge for anything unless you buy food, of course. And we were, when we started doing this, I think we still are the largest free festival in the Southeast.
Wow.
And we want to keep it that way.
Yeah.
But we don't have a lot of money to deal with.
We've had to work hard to do that and
yes,
come up with sponsors, but we've had good support from the community.
Great. Well, I see you all have fun T-shirts on too. Will shirts like that be available?
These will be.
Yes.
These will be.
Yeah.
This one is 30 years old, so it's
Oh, really?
No,
it's just
not,
promoting our show.
This is
Yeah,
our
yeah,
show,
yeah.
but we had some at the time, but we
Yeah.
don't now. But yes, these will be on sale there. And hats also.
And hats too. Oh yeah, people might need that if they
Yes.
arrive and they want to block the sun a little bit. So
Yes.
great. All right. Well, thank you all so much for being here. And do you have a website just in case people want to get more information and kind of get a
Yes.
recap of what we've talked about?
It's www.graingertomatofestival.com.
Perfect. Well, thank you both so much and have a great time and stay cool this
We'll
weekend.
look forward to seeing you there.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Again, quick reminder 10 About Town. We'll be there at 4 this Friday. All right. Well, from Tomato Wars to the words of Shakespeare, let's now focus on another event that's taking over IAM's Nature Center. 'Tis nothing sweeter than enjoying an evening of prose. Thou are invited to attend a reading of the noblest of authors at IAM's Nature Center. Tennessee Stage Company returneth there for Tennessee Shakespeare. There are two well-known productions by the Bard, The Merry Wives of Windsor and Henry V. So here is how the schedule runs. The performances are every Thursday through Sunday at IAM's. They start July 16th with Merry Wives, and then the next night it's Henry V. They alternate between each show every Thursday through Sunday through August 9th. Those nightly performances start at 7:30. There also will be a matinee at 2 on August 2nd, and most of the performances are on the lawn in front of the Visitor Center. But there are a couple of indoor performances and a matinee at 2 on July 26th and August 2nd. Tickets are $15. Thursdays are the Pay What You Will event. Get all the information at iams.org. What do you do if you love both gospel and jazz music? Well, you find a way to put it all together and maybe even start your own radio station. And that is what our next guest, Brian Clay, decided to do. I mean, talk about an ambitious endeavor. My goodness.
I'm crazy, and my wife agrees with me on that. But I have big ideas. I always have, and I've been in radio about 30 years.
Yeah.
Like you said, my love has been jazz music, gospel music, so I put it together and did a thing, and now it's WJZF.
I mean, some people think, oh, I like both of these styles of music.
Yeah.
I'll just listen to them. Why did you think I need to not only bring a radio station into it, but make my own from scratch?
I tell you what, when I started in radio, I worked in a little station. The whole station was as big as this podcast studio, okay? And there was a wall full of CDs and carts. Radio people will know what I'm talking about.
I do.
And in the bottom, there was a cubby that said instrumental. Okay, this was a gospel radio station. So I'm down there, and it's a bunch of instrumental gospel music. And I said, hey, this is jazzy. It's really cool. And gave me the idea, this music doesn't just need to be the bed for commercials. It needs to be in the forefront. So Jazzpirations came to my mind, and I started doing the thing.
And how long have you been doing that now?
35, 40 years.
No, I mean your radio station.
Oh, my
Sorry.
radio station
yeah,
here.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
See, I didn't even have to share that. Now people know I'm old. WJZF has been broadcasting on 91.5 since November of last year.
Mm-hmm.
So we're running up on about 8 or 9 months, and it is being received incredibly. Knoxville loves it.
And do you still love it?
Oh, my gosh. You could not imagine. Now I'll tell you, now I know more about transmitters and encoders and machines and stuff than I'd ever want to. But I love it. The return on investment is amazing.
Is it sometimes a little bit more of hard work than you thought?
Yeah. But I thought about this last week, interestingly enough. A lot of folks don't think if you're working in your purpose and your passion that it's going to be hard work. And that's just not true. It's still hard work, but the work is so much more rewarding when you're doing that thing you love. So, yeah, I love it.
And I always love to ask as well. So you've got your own radio station. That's not the only thing you do in life. What else keeps you busy?
Gosh, I'm a musician, and I'm a worship leader at a church in Farragut. I'm also a band leader around town, so I play jazz gigs all over the place. I travel as much as I can to do that. Yeah.
So what do you do in your downtime? Because I imagine you don't have any. Do you take 30 seconds to read something?
What is downtime? Yeah. I get into a habit of thinking about the next thing when I'm in my downtime, which is probably not the best way to function. But it's always the next thing. And I love that, keeps me going.
Well, speaking of the next thing, you have a kind of a fun event coming up, right?
I do, on Friday, July 24th. It's called Jazz and Jokes. Another couple of things that I love a lot. I love comedy, stand-up comedy, and I love live music. So I figure I put the two together, and it's going to be a live music event on Broadway Event Center in North Knoxville on a Friday evening. So it's a great date night. Couples, groups come out, buy tickets, live music featuring me and my band, and then a national touring comedian. His name is Yoshi So. And he's hilarious, so it's going to be a lot of fun.
Well, I was about to ask if you were going to also be doing the stand-up and add that to your resume.
No, but I'm the only one who thinks my jokes are funny. So, no, I'm not. But a great connection with Yoshi. I used to live in Atlanta, and we used to, before his comedy thing, we used to play basketball in rec leagues together like 25 years ago. When I thought about this event, I had heard he had gotten into comedy, so I reached out, watched some of his videos, and I said, hey, Yoshi, come to Knoxville and do this show. And he said, okay. So it's going to be a lot of fun.
I like that you pointed out you watched his videos first.
Yes.
Because you wanted to make sure he was actually funny.
Yeah, actually funny. There's, you got to make sure a thing. I like comedy that everybody can enjoy. All comics aren't given everything that everybody can enjoy.
Right.
So if anybody is wondering, I've had a couple of questions. He's a a great comic that you could let your kids listen to. So, yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun.
And how is it going to work that night, sort of doing the music and the comedy? I mean, is it going to be, seamlessly put together, or are you going to take time for music and then switch into the comedy and back?
Yeah, we'll take time for music. We'll have a great set of live music and then a little break and come in with a great set of comedy. We've also got complimentary hors d'oeuvres, a cash bar for anybody who wants a beverage, and it'll be a great night. It'll be a great night.
And so what are ticket prices then?
Early bird pricing right now, $35, which you can't get food, drinks, live jazz, and comedy for $35. Mm-hmm. About a week before, which is next Friday, we'll go to $40, and just need to get the tickets. You want some tickets? I got some tickets. I got tickets for you.
I actually will be out of town. Yes, I know. I will be from Friday through Monday, but I'm sure it'll be so much fun.
Yeah, if you go on vacation, you won't be thinking about jazz and jokes, right?
I mean, maybe I'll be having my own jazz and jokes there.
That's
Who
true.
knows? Who knows?
But yeah, tickets are on sale. Early bird right now. A week before they go to $40. So it's, yeah.
And then looking ahead on the horizon, you got anything else coming up you want to talk about?
Gosh, I always have something.
I know.
The last Friday of every month, I'm at Kearns Food Hall on the outdoor stage. I call it the Summer Groove Series. Uh-huh. The first Friday of every month, I'm in Marble City Market with my band, and it's First Friday, so that's fun. The second Friday of every month, I'm at the Knoxville Museum of Art for Soundscapes.
Yes.
And I sprinkle stuff here and there. And now my wife and I are obsessed with pickleball.
Oh, here we go.
Oh, my God. So this is what we've been doing real quick, if I got time.
No, you got time.
So we decided at the beginning of this year that each month we'll alternate in planning a date night, something we've never done before.
Yeah,
So we did glass blowing downtown.
Oh, wow.
We did candle making. She took me to Chattanooga for a train trip, a dinner train. And a couple months ago, we did a pickleball class, Pickleball 101. And now we go every week.
Oh, wow.
I'm going tonight.
Are you in like a league and do you do tournaments and stuff?
We're working to that. Right now we're novices and we can't play well at all. But we are having a blast. It is amazing.
I mean, so my mother is obsessed. She plays in multiple leagues, so I hear about it all the time.
Yes.
So I want to hear from you. What is it? I feel like every person I talk to who tries it immediately hooked.
Yeah.
What is it about it?
The thing for me, I've always had a competitive nature with regard to sports. And before I got old and my knees got bad, I used to play basketball. Yeah. But that's just too much now. But pickleball allows you to get out, get moving. It's good-natured competitiveness. You know, folks are trying to beat you and you're trying to beat them, but then you're saying great game at the end.
Yeah.
And it's almost like a family. Everybody who is playing pickleball loves pickleball and loves everybody else who's playing. So, a Friday night you can go pickleball and then hang out with the folks you just played with. It's a lot of fun. You should do it.
My mother has been begging me to try, so I probably will at some point. I'm a tap dancer, though. That's what I like to do in my free time.
Absolutely.
Well, I knew we had to add one more thing to your resume, so now it's master pickleball player at some point.
At some point, yes. when I get to that level, I'm going to come back and maybe pickleball and jazz.
Hey.
Oh, okay.
We have come up with an idea together right here.
Yes.
Well, I would normally ask if there's a website where people can go and get information, but you're so all over the place. I'm not sure that there's one place to find it all.
There's an easy way to find me.
Okay.
Brian Clay Music on all platforms. If they just look that up, they'll get to me. And the radio station is easy, WJZF915.com. So here we are.
One last reminder about the event that you have coming up.
Jazz and Jokes, Friday, July 24th. 7 o'clock is the door. 7:30, we're hitting the music, and then comedy, laughs, food, beverages. Go online to my socials or to WJZF915.com and get tickets now.
Thank you so much. Always for stopping by. Always so fun to chat with you.
Yeah, I'm going to just come by every day. Can I do that?
You're always welcome.
Okay.
Well, speaking of jokes, we have another event you may want to head to in North Knoxville at Central Cinema. There's something funny going on in Knoxville this weekend. Fittingly, it's in the Happy Holler area. Central Cinema will host the first ever The Hoot and the Holler Comedy Festival, July 17th and 18th. It all kicks off Friday evening and runs all day Saturday. There will be an appearance by Knoxville's DIY comedy movement, plus headliners from the Atlanta musical comedy duo Good Cop, Rad Cop. There also will be game-style shows and a lot of laughs. Tickets are available on the Central Cinema website. Thanks so much for watching this week, and a reminder that you can always catch 10 About Town weekdays at 4 on Channel 10. We have more streaming for you right now.